Hello everyone, my name is Nomus and welcome to a little bit of an old school game here, Heroes of Might and Magic 2. This game was recently part of a Humble Bundle sale, and this was one of my favorite games growing up. When I was younger, my cousin had a copy, and always looked forward to going over to his house and getting my hands on this game. Put in a lot of hours, many childhood hours into this game. It's been many years since I've actually played this, and just listening to that music, oh, all the memories, all the good times are coming back to me. So I thought, I'm gonna pick up this game. I'm gonna throw down a few dollars for this game on the Humble Bundle sale, and why not put up a few videos for you guys. I'm sure some of you guys have played this game, maybe some of you haven't even heard of it. It is a turn-based strategy game with heroes and magic and creatures and monsters. So let's go ahead and start a new game here. I'm gonna do a campaign. We'll do the original campaign.
The troubles all began 3 years ago with the passing of the old king, Lord Ironfist. The king left 2 sons. Roland was good, kindly, and honorable, while Archibald was not so good. Traditionally, the choice of the heir falls to the royal seer, but he died in a tragic boating accident. His successor's luck was no better, with Frederick falling out of a window, Robert slain by a dragon, and Johann dying of food poisoning. Archibald accused Roland of murdering the seers and issued a proclamation against Roland. Fearing for his life, Roland fled the place for his castle in the west. With Roland gone, Archibald was able to influence the new royal seer's decision. The seer chose Archibald, and Archibald crowned himself king the next day. And so the war for succession began. Choose your lord.
Alright, so that's the little intro sequence there. I thought I'd shut up and let you guys watch and enjoy that. Oh, how games have progressed since then. But anyway, let's pick our hero, who we're going to go with. Archibald or Roland. So Archibald is the current king. I think, I don't know, let's go with the good guy. It's a good question. Yeah, I think we'll go with the good guy, the underdog. Try and usurp the throne from our brother Archibald. So we'll pick Roland.
My faithful vassal, I greet your pledge of loyalty with gratitude and relief. As you know, my wicked brother Archibald has seized my father's castle and usurped the throne. Only the lords nearest the castle have been quick to swear allegiance to him, but I fear even distant lords may take the oath in the absence of a viable alternative. I am determined to provide that alternative, even if it means making war on vassals formerly loyal to my father. Therefore, it is with a heavy heart that I must order you to compel the loyalty of the barons nearest my summer palace by force of arms. Since we cannot afford to fail, I have provided you with a sum of gold sufficient to the task. I have also provided you with a magical amulet to help coordinate our war efforts. Wear it always, and we will be in constant communication.
There we go. So we have been hired under Roland to help him regain the throne. Here we go. This is the kind of the map of the campaign, the progression, I should say, map progression. Starting off here at stage 1, progress all the way through 10 stages if we want to. We can skip out on a couple if we want down the road. And I don't think I actually ever finished the campaigns. I mostly just did like custom maps and standard maps, random maps when I was playing when I was younger. I was never was really into doing campaigns as a kid. But anyway, let's go ahead here, start our first campaign scenario. Roland needs you to defeat the lords near his castle to begin his war of rebellion against his brother. They are not allied with each other, so they will spend most of their time fighting with one another. Victory is yours when you have defeated all other castles and heroes. So we can choose between 3 different options here for things to start off with. We can start off with an extra 2,000 gold. We will be using the gold to build production facilities and other buildings in our castles and our towns that we end up conquering. We'll start with 1 castle to start off with. I think it's a castle in this one. It might be a town. We can also choose a Thunder Mace. So the Thunder Mace and Gauntlets, these are items that our hero can equip for himself, and they'll give him like attack boost. I would think maybe the Thunder Mace probably gives him like a +1 or +2 attack boost. The Gauntlets probably give him a defense boost. Up here will be if we have any awards for completing this scenario. This first scenario, there are no rewards. Just the glory of victory, I guess. And then up at the top, we've got the total days spent in the current campaign. So you got the option to view the intro again if you missed it, if you skipped through by accident. But we're good to go. Scenario 1, Force of Arms. Let's get going here. There are 3 enemy castles to the north. Capture them in the name of Roland, the true king. Okay. So here we go. This is the world map that we have. Might have to turn down the scrolling speed, maybe. Where can we turn that down? Maybe we can't. Oh well, I'll just be careful. So this is the map, world map that we move around. We got a little mini map up here. Down here is our list of heroes. We can have multiple heroes and troops assigned to them. Here's the troops that this guy has. He's got 8 halflings, 8 halflings and 2 wild boar. Here's a list of all our townships and castles that we have. You can also click on this little castle icon here to give you a kind of a detailed listing of all your resource production facilities out in the world, your current supplies. So right now we got 12,000 gold. We're making 1,000 gold per day from our castle. We can also find gold mines out in the world, gem mines, crystal mines, sulfur mines, ore mines, mercury distilleries, I don't know, and lumber mills. So all those things can be found out in the world. We can conquer them and have them producing us resources. We can also find these resources just laying around in the world. Here we've got our hero. Got his attack bonus, his defense bonus, his spell power, I believe this is, his knowledge. So that's kind of his mana reserve, I guess you could also call it. And I believe this, yeah, these are our different skills. So right now we've got advanced wisdom skill, wisdom level 2, allows you to learn 4th level spells. So I think there are 5 or 6 levels of spells that we can learn. Here we've got all the artifacts that our hero has. Right now we've just got our spell book, which we probably don't have any. Oh, we got 1 spell, Stone Skin, that we can use in battle. But we can learn different skills, different spells, I should say, through mage guilds in towns and castles. Here's our, so that lists all our heroes. Down here lists all our castles. So we've got 1 castle of Coraxton, and there are 8 halflings there ready to be recruited. No one's set up as a garrison right now. So that's kind of the overview of what we're looking at here. We can cast spells out in the world if we know any world spells here. Right now we don't. End the turn right here. We can hop to our next hero with this button here. And that's about all you need to know on the interface here. You can double click on your hero to go into the hero screen. This gives kind of a more detailed look from that other screen. So we got 8 halflings here, and we can switch them around just by clicking. And we've got 2 boars here. Double click to bring up their details. So we'll go over this stuff more as we go. Up here we've got our morale levels. Right now we've got good morale. Our luck level. Right now we've got a neutral luck level. Set an army combat formation. You can spread them out or bunch them up. Let's leave them spread out. Here's our experience points. We got 44. Next level is at 1,000. You can get experience from combat as well as chests out in the world and kind of random encounters. And there's our spell points. So our hero name is Sarakin. Currently has 20 spell points out of the maximum of 20. Spell rejuvenation. Or you can rejuvenate spell points each turn. Maximum number of spell points is 10 times your knowledge. So our knowledge is 2 right now. And that determines our spell points. Okay, let's hop into our town here. So this is our town. There's our castle. Eventually we'll be able to fill the entire landscape here with buildings. Right now we've just got a halfling hut down here. We can recruit halflings for 50 gold apiece. Might as well max out all we can here, and we'll drag those down into our inventory. We can click on our castle to see all the buildings that we can create here and build. We've got a pen for boars. So you just click on each one and it'll tell you what you can get. We can get golems from the foundry. The cliff nest will give us rocks, which are kind of like big eagles. Kind of if you think about the big eagles from Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Ivory Tower, we can get mages. Cloud Castle, we recruit giants. But first, I think we're gonna throw some money into our mage guild. Either our mage guild or a statue. A statue will increase our town's income by 250 a day. We'll probably build that on day 2. You can build 1 building per day. We've also got a thieves guild. This will give you some information on the other players. Tavern increases morale of troops garrisoned at the castle. Shipyard will allow us to build ships and travel the seas if we were nearby a coast. Went over the statue. The marketplace is where we can trade for raw resources. The library gives us increases the number of spells in each guild by 1 for each level of the guild. So they're talking about the mage guild there. The mage guild learn spells, replenish their spell points. The well will increase the growth rate of all dwelling creatures by 2 per week. The orchard will give us an increase of halfling production of 8 per week. And the moat, turret, these are defensive options for our castle. The moat will slow down enemies from reaching the walls by 1 turn. And each turret will provide 1 extra arrow that can be shot out automatically at attacking troops. You can also hire new heroes here. but we can't hire one if there's already a hero at the castle. So we've got different factions as well. We got wizards, we've got necromancers, there are also barbarians, warlocks, knights. I might be missing one, but I think that's all of them. Looks like we are a wizard right now, so we could hire this guy later on if we want. I think they stick around for a week. And this here is a captain's quarters, which will provide a captain to assist in the castle's defenses when no hero is present. So I think we're going to do the Mage Guild to start off here. Get our hero learning some more spells. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of Mage Guilds that we can build, each with a couple more spells that we can learn. Obviously the 5th one will be the most powerful spell that we can learn. So right now we've learned Cure, Slow, and Curse. So Cure will remove or restore 5 hit points per spell power. Slow will reduce an enemy's movement rate, and Curse will cause the selected unit to inflict minimum damage. So each unit has a range of damage, as you can see here. So from 1 to 3 for the halfling. So if we use a curse on, say, a halfling, they'd only be able to inflict 1 damage. So that's about all we can do for now. As you can see, we can't build anything else today. We've already used up our 1 build for the day. So we'll exit out of there and start exploring the landscape. Checking out the points of interest. Found a fountain. As you drink the sweet water, you gain luck for your next battle. So now, if we look back at our hero, we can see that our luck has changed from neutral to good luck from drinking from that spring. So that's good. I got some good luck for our next battle. Pick up some of these quantities of gold that are laying around. Found 700 pieces there. And we've got a set number of movement points each turn. Looks like we've got a horde of peasants up there. If we have an army large enough to intimidate whatever mobs we find in the world, there is a chance that they would end up wanting to join our forces and we could recruit them. That is one of the skills that we can give to our hero. Right now we just have the wisdom skill, but we can learn another 7 skills, 8 in total. And looks like we can carry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 artifacts in all. So a combination of the skills and the artifacts will give us a boost to attack, defense, spell power, knowledge, and a few other unlisted perks. So that's about all we can do for this turn, so let's go ahead and end the turn. And because I'm running this in DOSBox, the cycle speed is fairly high, so we won't have to wait very long for the enemy to move around. Pick up some ore on the ground there. We got a treasure chest here we can pick up. It'll give us an option of either taking some gold or exchanging it for experience. After scouring the area, you fall upon a hidden treasure cache. You may take the gold or distribute the gold to peasants for experience. Do you wish to keep the gold? Early on, I usually just take the gold, and then just so we can kind of build as much as we can and get as many units as we can as fast as possible. So I'm going to take the gold, and later on in the game we can exchange it for experience points. These wells that we found will restore our spell points. We're already at maximum though, so it doesn't really matter. We've got a lot of rangers up there, and an artifact that they're guarding. Looks like a feather. It'll probably be something to do with swiftness. increase our movement speed or give us a few more movement points. So I don't think we're going to take on the archers right now. Let's head over to our castle and we will build... Actually, let's take a look. One sec here. One thing to keep an eye on here is the what day you're on. Right now we're on day 2. Every week, beginning of every week, is when these production facilities will regenerate and we'll be able to hire more people. So before the end of this week, we'll want to make sure we get probably our orchard built and our well built, so that we have increases in the amount of units we can get. For right now, I think, well, we could build a pen and get some boars. And I think tomorrow we'll build these statues so we can get an increase in gold production going. Let's get all the boars we can. And we'll just send our hero back to the castle to pick those guys up. So we'll just send him back to the castle. And while we're here, well, since it's going to take one more turn for him to get here, let's build our foundry so we can get some golems. They're a pretty good defensive unit. And then we'll get the statue. So let's get 4 golems. We will be able to upgrade our foundry. If it's brown, it means that you've reached kind of the maximum upgradability of that building. But some of them, you will be able to upgrade further. So we can upgrade this foundry and produce steel golems, but we will need to spend some mercury and a bunch more gold to get that upgraded, as well as have a well and foundry already made. So let's hop out of here. We'll end the turn. Pick up these extra troops. And let's actually put our halfling in the middle. Once we actually do get to a battle, we'll go over that stuff. But let's hit up all these items that are nearby us for now. We'll build our statue. There we go, our statue up there, so that increases our town's income by 250 gold per day. So if we hop over here, we'll see that our gold production per day is now at 1250. Head on down to this idol. So the idol will also increase our luck. So the idols, if we see idols and springs or fountains, we can increase our luck that way, but I don't think our luck will increase. Oh no, it will. This might be the maximum amount of luck we have, though. So we got the luck modifiers from the idol that we visited and the fountain. So we got double strength from attacks in combat. So that'll be good. Alright, let's just see what's over here. Got another mob here. It's a lot of zombies. Now we might, I don't know, we might be able to take those on, but let's do a little bit more exploring. See if there's any smaller groups of mobs that we can take on to start off with. Alright, before we do that, we're at day 5, so we got 3 more days to build stuff before the end of the week. So let's build our well. There we go, got that built. Then we'll build our orchard the next day, next turn. Alright, looks we got a stack of gems here. 5 gems, we'll pick those up. Got another treasure chest. We'll take the money, 1,000 gold. Here's our first resource point, a lumber mill. We'll take that in a second. So let's build our orchard. There we go. So we got halfling production increased by 8 per week. And the turn again. Okay, so we took the sawmill. Gain control of the sawmill. It provides you with 2 units of wood per day. So that's good. Looks like we got an ore mine up there as well. Guarded by some orcs though. Probably won't take on any ranged units quite this early in the game. Okay, so we got one more thing that we can build here before the start of the new week. So it'll probably be a good idea to build one more unit production thing. We can build a cliff nest to produce rocks. That requires a pen, which we already have, and 3,000 gold. Or we can build the ivory tower, which will produce magi. And that takes quite a few resources, but these magi would be pretty useful. And we could have 2 ranged units. So the rocks are obviously a flying type of unit, so they'll have a higher range of mobility. So we could take... Actually, no, let's go with the magi. Let's build that. Okay, so we'll exit. End the turn again. Start of a new week. Astrologers proclaim the week of the tortoise. Each week we'll have the astrologers will proclaim it the week of a different animal, or if they proclaim it in the name of a particular mob or unit type, then usually you'll get a boost in production of that unit for that week. So all dwellings increase population. This is just a normal week. And sometimes there'll be weeks where certain units will double in population, and you'll have big hordes of units, mobs spread out across the map. Let's just see what else is up here. Got some standing stones. I believe these will, if I remember correctly, increase our spell power. Lots of grand elves, lots of orcs. Well, let's head back to a base here and we'll pick up some more units. So we got 11,000 gold on hand. We got 18 halflings available. To get the maximum there, that'd be 900. The magi, we got 6 available. So that'll be 36, that'll be up to 4,500. That would be, what's that, 6,300. 7,500, okay, so 7,500 to get everything we need. That leaves us about with 3,800 left to spend on a building. Let's see here. How much is this? 3,000? So we could get this as well. Why not? Let's get the cliff nest. Cliff nest down here. So that gives us the rock. So it's got attack skill of 7, defense of 7, damage 4 to 8, 40 hit points. Take a look at the mage, or the magi. So higher attack skill, similar defense skill. They've got 12 shots per battle. Damage of 7 to 9, 30 hit points. Compare that to the halfling. Only attack skill of 2 at 1 per defense. Also 12 shots per battle. Yeah, so... And the iron golems, they've got the higher defense. Defense skill of 10. But they're very slow. So we'll just end the turn here. Get our hero back. And before we end the episode, we'll do at least one battle. So I don't think we'll build anything this turn. We'll just save up our money so we can afford to get as many units as possible. So we'll just end the turn. We can, instead of just clicking on the X all the time, if we already have a route planned out, we can just hit our horse here, and they'll just complete whatever action you set out for them. Okay, so let's pick up all the units that we can right now. Some rocks in there. Just make sure we get our magi. We can go over there. Our halflings. And then our boars. There we go. So a total of 16 boars, 34 halflings, 10 golems, 10 iron golems, 3 rocks, and 6 magi. So we should be good to... Let's try and take on these this horde of peasants. We might be large enough to intimidate them into joining us, or at least scattering. I guess we still have a couple of thousand gold left. We might be able to build one more thing. Which we do. Let's build... Well, let's just build our captain's quarter, get that out of the way. It's only 500 gold. So at least we'll have someone to command troops garrisoned at the castle if we do get attacked. Alright, next turn. We'll be able to attack them. And might as well upgrade our foundry. So now we'll be able to recruit steel golems. So a slightly increased attack skill. Not quite as slow as the iron golems. A bit higher hit points, I think. And I think a bit higher damage, 4 to 5. What's our iron golems got? 4 to 5, so just a bit higher hit points and attack skill, and a bit quicker for the steel golems. So the iron golem, he's got a +1 defense boost from our own defense skill here, so that's how that works. These two skills, the attack and defense, will apply to our units, while these, the spell power and knowledge, will apply to our hero. So we'll end the turn, and we'll see if we can attack these peasants. There we go. The peasants, awed by the power of your forces, begin to scatter. Do you wish to pursue and engage them? Well, why not? They probably would have joined us, but we are full. We have the maximum of 5 unit types in our army already. But just for the sake of this episode, since we're getting a little long here, let's go ahead and attack them, just so you can see what the battle is like here. So the battle is also turn-based, as you would probably expect. This is the battlefield. You can get details on your units again if you... Oh, and I just moved my guy there. That's fine. What we'll want to do is attack. Yeah, if the magi don't have a distance. What am I trying to say? Penalty for shooting. I think some units do, though. Or if there's someone in the way, then there'll be a shot penalty. And it'll just be a broken arrow symbol, if that's the case. We can also go to our hero here, get our details, and cast a spell if we want to. So let's go ahead and we'll cast a slow spell on that group of peasants, just so you guys can see what it's like. We'll compare the movements of each. Let's go ahead and shoot these peasants and kill them. And I'll just send my rock up there to protect our halflings. Actually, we'll probably just be killing everyone. So the high morales had enabled us to attack again, so let's keep moving him forward. There you go, so he's pretty slow, he can only move one space at a time. So we'll just advance our troops. Finish him off. There you go, so that was a pretty easy pushover of a battle. So we received 77 experience from that. And I think, if I also remember correctly, the experience gained will be based on the total of the hit points, I think, for the mobs that you, the units that you defeated. I think that's how it works. Alright, so that's our first battle won. Check out this windmill. The keeper of the mill announces, "My lord, I have been working very hard to provide you with these resources. Come back next week for more." So these windmills will provide us each week, as long as we come to them, with random resources. I think they're random. We got some mercury this time. We might get something else next time. So we'll just use up the rest of our movements here. Oh, we got a pack of mummies. Well, why don't we do one more battle here? Let's see what we can do with this fight. A bit more of a challenge. This might actually be too much for us, but we'll try. So we got some regular old mummies here, and then some royal mummies. So this is the upgraded version of the mummy. So I'm just going to send my guys down to protect our ranged units. We'll go after the royal mummies first. So Magi did 72 damage, 2 royal mummies perish. And I'll just send you down here for now. So it's always good to use the terrain to your advantage. This rock and log would provide cover for different units. Let's see here. I guess this grass will provide cover too. Looks like. We'll send them down here to fight these guys. So I think we'll wait one turn here. Maybe cast a spell. Slow, maybe we'll slow this guy down even more. Buy a little bit of time. So we're gonna skip this boar's turn. Just let the enemies come to us. Okay. Take out these mummies. We should be fine. Lost one boar. Killed one mummy. Finished off this guy. Oh, not quite. 21 damage. Oh, the mummy's curse falls upon the boar. So different units will also be able to inflict certain limitations on your own troops from time to time. So the mummies have a curse. There are a bunch of other units that can do stuff to you though. Medusas can turn you into stone. So those are pretty cool things. Alright, so how many? We got 3 mummies here, we got 2 there. I think we'll fire at these 3. And let's send this guy down to finish the job here. There we go. And I'll attack you. Alright. High morale enables us to attack again. Could use another spell if we wanted to. I don't think it's really that important at this stage, but oh yeah, and curses won't affect mummies. Okay. Forgot about that. Let's put stone skin on. How about on our on our rock. So that'll increase his defense a bit. Okay, let's finish off this guy. We will shoot the closest guy to us. Oh, he's going after the halflings. So we lost a couple halflings, that's alright. Oh, and our rocks have been cursed. Alright, killed 2 of them. So it looks like we just lost a few troops. 1 boar and 2 halflings. Not too bad. Took out quite a few mummies. Here we go, 470 experience. Alright, do we have enough to get here? Not quite. So I think I'll end the episode here, guys, because it's been a bit of a long episode here to start things off. But that is an introduction to Heroes of Might and Magic 2. I don't know if I'll be doing this every day, but well, we'll see how far we can get in the campaign. As always, leave a like, leave a comment below. What do you guys think of this game? Have you guys ever played any of the Heroes of Might and Magic series? I think I've only ever played the Heroes of Might and Magic 2 and 3. I've heard those are kind of the favorites in the series anyway. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I'll talk to you all later.